is a totally ordinary object. It came out of the Corona crisis. I asked my sister, my sister asked me, you didn't travel, you're not taking trains, are you? She was very worried about my health. And I said, well, I have to, because I have an exhibition to take care of in the south of the country. And she said, oh no, please don't go. And then she had this intuition. And she said, okay, I have a solution. And she took a piece of plastic and cut it out. And she said, okay, it's 55 centimeters wide and 35 long. And you have to cut the round off the corners so that you don't hit yourself when you turn your head. You give it a little extra layer in front so that you have more breathing space, and you put it on your head. And so here I am, safe. Well, now you can't hear me anymore, right? Oh, you can, okay. So this is my, instead of these mouth masks that everybody knows are just psychological, but they don't really work. And I'm happy to put it on to protect others, but this really protects me. Protects my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my nose. So this is the most protective thing. And I can look, I can breathe, I can eat and drink if I want. I just hold it up a little bit. And I think it actually looks nice too. So this became, it was a utilitarian thing. It was just for use, but it became quite extraordinary. I get so many comments when I go to Albert Heijn, to the store with this on. People say, oh, did you make that yourself? Where did you get that? And I get a lot of comments. And a friend of mine said, oh, why do you have the most elegant mask of Amsterdam? So I made one for him and I sent it to him in the post, and he sent me a picture of him with the mask on. So now other people that I gave it to are also wearing it. So it becomes something special. And so in that sense, it starts to talk. It also, for me, it is very important that my sister came up with the idea and that she almost forced me. I had to promise her that I would not take a train without this thing on. This thing starts to speak about care, right? So I'm now taking it off, but it's the question is care among humans and other living things, animals and plants, and the care that we need to bring to the world is very important. As the politics of art is to try to make attractive, to reflect on that. So I have developed some sort of a slogan, which is I want to move from activist art to activating art. I don't think that all art has to be activist. It's very useful sometimes, and I would absolutely not object to it. But I think my film work is not activist in that sense, but it is never indifferent. So there's another word that I've developed, an ethics of non-indifference. I do not accept indifference. So there is an ethics, an obligation of not being indifferent that leads to care, and the object speaks about that and shows it. And if it then also looks slightly nicer than the mouth mask, that's a double gain. It becomes an art object. But the most important point is that activist art is bound to a particular issue. And that can be very important. And I think there should be much more activist art, for example, around the climate disaster and all that. But the prior to that, the most important mission of art is to make people think, to make them think with their whole body and mind, and to thereby become activated. So the art should not be activist necessarily, but it should always be activating. And activating art is art that makes you think, makes you reflect, makes you excited, emotionally, imagination, image, everything comes together in that activation. And that is what art should do.